Glad to have you back. Now, just to let you know that we will keep our eye on that forgery case and we'll see how it is resolved. Now, for our next report on the recent appointments by the president.
Debates continue to trail the recent appointments made by President Muhammadu Buhari. Appointments many say does not reflect federal character but appears to favor just one part of the country. This is how the executive director of the Center for Social Justice reacts.
It appears to me that the president is violating the Federal Character Commission law, is also violating the constitutional principles. So we had expected that if you look at the entire positions that have so far been given out by the president, not a single appointment has been made from the Southeast geopolitical zone, comprising the 5 states. Not one single appointment since it started has come to that zone. And so the president clearly is in violation of the oath he took, when he also said he's also in violation of his promise that he belongs to everybody. And this is more or less a reaffirmation of what he said in the US before he tried to do some damage control, where he said that those places that gave him 5 or 3% of the vote, that one shouldn't expect them to get much. And although he tried to qualify it later, but it appears this was what was operating at the back of his mind when he was making these appointments.
But some other Nigerians are of the opinion that there is no cause for alarm. According to them, competence is the watchword, irrespective of the region of those appointed.
The appointments are no longer considered on the basis of ethnicity, but should be considered on the effectiveness, capacity and capability of the individual to deliver all the deliverables from his office, not the name, not the ethnicity he comes from. Although the law says there has to be a reflection of the composition of the country, but based on the appointment yesterday, I think they were all well suited for the positions they were made.
I believe that until there's a full complement of appointments in government, it is difficult to raise the issue of federal character. If these are just a few appointments that are being made now. So it is when we look at the entire picture of what we have in government that we can now say that it does not follow federal character.
In the National Assembly, members are also divided on this issue. The Northeast Caucus of the National Assembly says Nigerians must be ready to embrace change. The lawmakers say Nigerians must decide to either hold on ethnic sentiments or move forward to an ethnic-free future.
It's high time we got it right. It is not about where a man comes from, but about what he can deliver, especially in the interest of his people. For example, President Barack Obama, when he took off, started with over 20 members of his Harvard classmates. And David Cameron of Britain started with most of his classmates when they took off. Thus, we appeal to Nigerians that this administration is just 100 years old, and there are thousands of appointments to be made by Mr. President. Therefore, we believe that no section of the country will really be marginalized. If Nigeria must move forward, we need to make a choice. Either we decide on an ethnic-free future, and move on to greater heights, or we'll continue to hold on to ethnic sentiments, statism, and zoning, and remain backward. We must shun all recessive and retrogressive agents and embrace change in the interest of democracy.
Other lawmakers also speak on the matter.
As the people that not understanding what history is all about. If you go by history, we have more than 380 nationalities. And these people that were appointed, let's assume the custom man is a Tangalawaja and is not a House of Fulani, and he's not from, is a from minority tribe. If you go by the chief of staff, is a Kanuri, is not a Hausa Fulani. If you go by the secretary to the government, is a Pachamaman, is not a Hausa Fulani. He is appointing the people that will move this country forward, irrespective of tribe or religion, irrespective of the way PDP and other people are thinking, because they want to create a diversionary tactics or approach in terms of what is good for the country.
Those appointments, well, it is his prerogative. He needs to pick the best people to work with him. So I would not be critical about him for picking the best people. But sometimes when you take the best decision, you still have to look at those the decision will affect. The decision affects the entire country. And people are saying, why do you give 75% of the position to one part of the country and leave the other with only 25%? Are you saying that the side that have 25% don't have educated people, they don't have people who are capable, or it does not have friends? As a man who has been a president of the whole country before, during the military era, I think he should have friends across the entire country. You know, he should not limit his friendship to only those in the north. And then during the campaign, he went around the whole country. He saw people working for him everywhere. Therefore, he should pick friends everywhere. He should not limit it to the north.